So yeah, part two going on from my previous recording, reacting to the recording. So, the thing is with autists, I'm aware of this, is why I've been keeping an eye on this, because I'm 36 years old, so I didn't really, well, I just thought it was like a real focused person, like, you know, people who are really passionate and striving, you know. The past 5 years I've known this about myself. Well, the past at least 3 years. Well, I knew it when I was growing up, I knew it throughout my entire life, but it's like reflecting upon it, knowing that it is to what extent this is me. When I got into, folks, tunnel vision, that can be a real good thing or can be a real bad thing. Because once I get a real special hobby that I'm interested in, what it happens is like, nowadays it's like, see, it used to be the hobbies were everything, and then my close friends as well. But nowadays it's like, okay, I pay the bills this way. These are my closest friends. And then, apart from that, like, okay, when I saw other people, I would be nice to them, and when I got invites, I would show up if I got invited, you know. Unless, of course, I had plans for that day that were already planned out. And, you know, I stick to the original plans. I don't like to flake on people, like some people do. But the tunnel vision is like, I have these interests. It's work, pays the bills, I have my closest friends. You know, if I've planned something with people or they've invited me somewhere and they're not my closest friends but they're like associates or something, or they're friends but not like the closest, then I'll show up. Apart from that, my life is based around daily things as well as my special interests. Now, because we had to adapt in order to survive growing up, I believe that I never ended myself, because I was always being myself as much as possible. But we had to adapt because we're a small minority in this world. So, yes. When I got hard out into my Māori tanga, you know, I was interested and I was listening, just learning as part of school. I got into it at primary school. Well, not into it. I started going at primary school because to go to kapahaka, Māori culture, they called it back then. There was 1 hour a week. I think it was on Fridays, yes. And that was because I wanted to wag class, because I didn't like going to class. You know, I didn't like going to class. I just wanted to please my parents. But when I found out that there was a class where you didn't have to go to class, technically speaking, because you're going to go to the assembly hall and you're going to sing songs and dance, I was like, sweet, I'm going to wag class. And the name of the class that I was wagging was social studies. And I was doing the Māori stuff there. And then, like, anyway, once it really became a thing, I ended up getting a bachelor's degree in Māori studies. I have won a kapahaka tutor of the year award at the regional primary school championships, where I was the only kapahaka tutor of the team. So everything we did was a cappella, because I can't play any instruments. But I led the whole team of like 40 or 50 students. I was the tutor that taught them the singing, taught them all this and that. And so I did the very best. When no one wanted to help me, I put my hand out to the teachers, to the parents. There's only one teacher that would help. And yeah. She would help basically supervise and stuff, but no one wanted to play the guitar for me, no one this, no one that, so I didn't want to let the kids down. and I was getting paid for it. This was at the time when I was unemployed. This was unemployed in 2012, and so what happened was I would just go there 1 or 2 hours a week, and I got paid $30 an hour. Sometimes they gave me 2 hours, sometimes they gave me 1. And yeah, no, we went there twice a week. Sorry, and so some sessions I'd get 2 hours, some sessions I'd get 1 hour. But we would get we'd do that, and won the Hawke's Bay Tutor Championship. I won a couple in West Auckland as a performer too, the West Auckland Championship. So when we get into something, when we get into our hobbies, it's like, now that I'm not pay the bills, all this type of stuff, I have been for a number of years now. Like I was back then too. I was always responsible with my money. I never had a time where I didn't have a roof over my head or food to eat, even if it meant that other things were lacking. I always ensured these things, and I always, But when we get tunnel vision, it's like, this is how we pay the bills. These are our closest friends. Okay, someone's invited me to an event on this date. Yep, I'll go to there if I haven't already got anything planned with my closest friends. And then after that, it's like everything is all about our interests and our hobbies, unless you've got a girlfriend and kids and stuff. So I got a bachelor's degree in Māori studies too. Later on, when I got into studying about like European history, like not just what we read at school, and apparently how bad we were, but it's duality means good and bad only, and no group of people is dualistic. No person is dualistic. And it's a matter of perception too, unless of course you're hurting other people. That's not a matter of perception. But I don't barely have any things that I ever did to anyone, and things I have I've already shared on here years ago. 2 years ago, But yes, I got into my European studies so much that I actually ended up going to a white nationalist meeting every week. And then when people brought it up, I ended up putting flyers out there, because I thought, well, these people are discriminating against me because I'm European, because of the all my experiences of being unemployed for all these years, and then getting bullied at the labour jobs, like even the ones where I was doing really well. Well, I was keeping up. Got to the point where I was keeping up after being there like 2 seasons, of keeping up with everyone else. And for a while they just discriminate, hate me because I'm European, so screw them, I'll stand up for myself. But I didn't do anything, and I don't have a criminal record, and I didn't encourage others to do anything. But my point is this tunnel vision. Now I did the same with Christianity, like, if every other religion is got good people that are pursuing God, and they're decent people, some of them are just not, but they're all going to be rotting in a lake of fire for all eternity because they believe the wrong religion. So I was fervent like that, and being a street evangelist, and because again my tunnel vision, and I did and I was feeling myself doing the same thing with my spirituality, digging into the Norse mythology, Celtic mythology, Māori mythology, and even a bit of Hinduism. But those three stick out the most to me because that's my ancestry. And so the tunnel vision, I really was feeling that, and now I'm going on about the autism thing. I know not to go on about supremacy over neurotypicals, because if I get that tunnel vision, once I get off the topic, it's like, but then I could say a whole bunch of horrible things and influence some people in the bad ways. So, yeah, I agree with that recording. Go watch it.